It's time for another new set of nails, and if you're new to my channel, this Nails at Home, and I changed the name because of a play on whenever you were a kid and you asked your mom for McDonald's or whatever, she will tell you there was food at home. So there's Nails at Home. So to start off with, I prepped my nails already and then applied lotion and cleaned it with 91% alcohol, I think. Of course, I'm going to size my tips, and Après suggests that you make sure that you cover your nail beds sidewall to sidewall. I did pick up the Après kit, so I'm going through the same process. I'm doing the chemical etching and then I will set it to the side. I like doing the chemical etching and everything before I actually start prepping my nails to adhere the tips to my nails. Okay, so first we're going with a dehydrator, and of course it also comes in the kit. I will link the kit down below so you can check it out. I'll also link a different kit that you can try. I like going in with the bonder that comes in the kit, but I also have the Young Nails protein bonder that I put on top of this. You don't have to do this, but I do this because this protein bond was what helped me grow out my natural nails with builder gel. So I like adding it because everything I put on top of it will stay in place all day, and of course for as long as I want it to stay in place. Okay, now when you do this, you don't have to cure it, but I go in with a Jello peel off base because I want to be able to remove my nails as quickly as possible without ruining my natural nails. I also don't want to soak off any of my nails. So doing this step actually helps me able to do that without worrying about the removal process. After this, you have to cure in the big lamp for 60 seconds before you can move on to anything. I have been using the Après Novice gel to adhere the tips to my nails because it is very thick. You can also leave it for a little bit while you adjust it. You don't have to rush. It's not runny, but it does come out on the sides a little bit. So I like using my nail that I already did or a cuticle pusher to remove any of the thick gel that spills on the side. You don't have to do this. If you're careful and gentle, like with this specific nail, it doesn't spill over on the side. You can just cure it as you go. I like to cure each finger before I move on to the next because as thick as it is, once it gets hot, it's gonna start sliding around, okay? So just cure one finger, move forward, cure another finger, move forward. After flash curing, I put my whole hand into my big lamp for a full 60 seconds before I move on to the next step. I am going with my Salon Perfect acetone, no, this black my Sally acetone, and I'm putting that on to seal everything in. I've been doing this step, so I don't know if it does anything, but that's how I learned how to do it, so I'm doing it. I also like sanding my tips because I realize when I don't sand it, the polish just peels off and it's not cute, especially if I took so much time to get a cute design on my nail. I don't want it to peel off. So absolutely sanding it, and I put the dust collector underneath it to collect all that dust because one of you told me I had to do that, so I'm doing that. Also, somebody suggested that I put actual base coat before I go in with the polish, so that's what I've been doing. I picked up this base coat from Saracen and it's very thick, doesn't move, and it goes on beautifully. It's not too thin to where it's like runny all over the place. So I really like working with it, and as you can see, it glides onto the rough surface quite easily, and I just love how it goes on. Of course, the bristles on the applicator is also very uniform and it doesn't give me any problems at all. I have been using it and I really do like, I don't even know how to pronounce it, so you're gonna have to figure that out. I picked up a bunch of polishes from Shine. I did a what is it, an unboxing on it, and I will put that somewhere up there in the cards and also down below, so after you watch this video you can watch my unboxing. But I absolutely love the Shine gels. They're very affordable, and for their opaque gels, once you dry them in the lamp, they don't have a film on it, which I think is so cool and so innovative. But Today I'm using this jelly brown and I loved what it looks like. I cured this layer for 60 seconds and then I went in with a second layer. But for this specific hand, I also went in with a third layer to get it slightly darker than what the second layer gave me. You don't have to do 3 layers if you don't want to, but I wanted to do 3 layers because I liked the look of the 3 layers. On my right hand, I didn't do 3 layers. I think on my right hand, I did 2 layers, but I also used a slightly different technique. As you will see, my right hand looks slightly different from my left hand, but that always happens with whatever nail set I create, okay? And this is what it looks like with the third layer on it. So we're going in with the Barog magnetic top, and I'm choosing the hologram one because the hologram one actually gathers into like a rainbow type of a look to the nail. They have a silver one and I can't remember, a blue one, I think. I have all 3 of them. I chose this specific one because of that rainbow reflex that it gives. I love a gorgeous holographic or hologram look, like in makeup, in nail polish, in clothing, in body shimmer. I love it, okay? And you can't make me not get it. But I cured this layer for 15 seconds before I move on to the next nail. Whenever you're working with magnet polishes or magnet gels, after you get your desired magnet gathering, it's recommended that you cure or flash cure it before you move on to the next finger, because if you don't do that, the magnets are going to move when you try to use the magnet on another finger. So each finger I'm showing you, after I gather the magnets the way I want to, I flash cure and then I move on to the next hand, okay, or the next finger. So absolutely gather it the way you want to gather it and move on to the next finger, and that's what I did. One thing nail creators don't tell you is sometimes you get completely out of focus and that's not cute. For example, this thumb was completely out of focus, but I did use the Mayor Gel MZ10 on this hand and I only put it on the tip of it because I was trying to go for, I don't know what I was going for, but I had a plan in my head and I was going to execute that plan. For this hand, I did it this way. For my other hand, I put the Mayor magnet gel all over the finger before I gathered the magnet pieces. So as you're gonna see that my 2 hands look slightly different, but I like this way, of course, because it's showing more of that rainbow in the background better than my right hand, okay? So I apply that Mayor gel to the tips of it. I use the gradient brush to blend it in so that it looks beautifully blended into the finger. And then I go in and gather the magnet pieces, and I use the round side of a different magnet piece to give me that smile line because I still haven't mastered how to do the smile lines with like a regular magnet. I am practicing, but it takes some time to get there. I absolutely have to remind myself every time to flash cure before I move on to the next finger. So I have to say it again. I flash cure each finger before I move on to the next one because I do not want to lose the smile line that I worked so hard for. It is so difficult to get that smile, and once I get it, I really do not want to lose it. So flash cure my finger, move on to the next. Flash cure the finger, move on to the next. Yes, the hologram is back. I am going to put it all over my finger again. This will help me disguise that line. I mean, I don't need to disguise the line, but I like what it looks like because it adds a bit of a purple specks of glitter on the whole nail, and I was looking for that. So I put it all over the nail, push all the magnet pieces down, and this time I wanted to try a double smile line. So that's what I did. On my other hand, I don't have a double smile line. I am just experimenting as I go. So you can do just the one smile line, or you can do both, or you can also just gather the magnet pieces and push it right down, because I wanted to have that rainbow that you see be very prominent. And also I just love how I created it with the my other hand with the purple glitter that comes in the hologram. I love that purple glitter that comes in there. It's very prominent and I love seeing it, so that's what I'm doing, put it all over my nail. And just going with it. If you have any tips and tricks, or at least a video that shows you how to gather magnet pieces and shape them, please tag me in it because I want to see. Going in with the Goy top gel. This is the no, not the magnet. This is the matte top coat. I'm applying this to each finger and we are going to cure for a full 60 seconds to get that matte look. That way we can do like chrome isolate, okay? Has anybody noticed that matte gets very difficult to reapply top coat to? But anyway, I was rummaging on AliExpress and I found out that the Born Pretty top coat is very good for chrome. So I picked one up from AliExpress and this liner brush as well, which I did do a haul on. So I will link that video as well. So you can actually pick up the exact ones. I will also put the link to the exact products that I'm using down below in the comments so you can get it. But I definitely could not have made this straight line without this extra long brush, because I cannot draw a straight line to save my life, okay? If I got kidnapped and the kidnapper said draw a straight line, you would not hear from me again. But this brush is helping me draw a straight line, and I didn't even have to try that hard. I did it very quickly on all 5 fingers, and then I cured it for 30 seconds so that I can put chrome on it. Okay. Now, the chrome that I'm going to put on it, I picked up from Amazon, not AliExpress. I lost my train of thought for a second there. So I picked up the chrome from AliExpress, no, from Amazon, and it works very, very well. It comes in a set of like a bunch of them. So like you would never need to pick up extra chrome after you buy this kit. I will link it down below so you can check that out. But I used the applicator thing that came with the kit and used it to apply the chrome, and it applied very well. I didn't need to use a silicone applicator or nothing. This works very well to apply the chrome, and then it also helps very, very well to remove any of the chrome from my hands, because I absolutely hate chrome stuck to my hands because I don't want to put top coat on it and it gets stuck. I'm using the Goy top coat, and listen, this is how I know how to pronounce this name. I have never heard anybody pronounce this brand. I'm choosing to call it Goy, okay? It's a very thin top coat and it moves once you get on the second layer. So make sure you apply it very quickly, cure it before you do another one, okay? I decided to put tiny gems on the top and the bottom of it. So let's pick out the pieces. I wanted to pick something that was gold so it could be as close to the colors in my nails as possible. So I'm picking a few gold ones, but as you can see, I picked one that was like a deeper auburn kind of color. If I'm not mistaken, that's auburn, or no. I don't know. It's deeper than the other ones that I and I really liked it. So I put a bead of the Jinbei Fix Gel on the top and the bottom, and I applied it to each of the nail, and then I put the gem on top of it. I cure each one for 15 seconds, and then I move on to the next. That way it doesn't move. And then we are going in with the Goy top coat again all over to seal everything in. Yes, I went over the top of the gem because I need the gems to stay in place and not fall over, okay? After this much layers, or this many layers, after this many layers, the shape of my stiletto was not looking so stiletto-y. So I went in with a file to just crisp up the shape a little bit. I should have crisped it up more because I wanted it to be a little bit pointy. I went in with the Après cuticle oil. I applied it all over, and honey, this was the look. Okay, I absolutely love this nail that I created. I don't know where I was going with it. I just wanted to layer a few magnet gels, and this is how it came out. I love it. I hope you like it too, but if you think there's something that I could have made or done better, please let me know down below in the comments, because I am a beginner novice nail lover. After all, I am not a professional. Thank you so much for watching. I love you lots, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.